So what is going on, everybody? This is Woody. Um, yeah, just played a video game right now called the fuck was it called? Oh, Schedule One. Fun game, really fun, but it doesn't let you progress. And it pisses me the hell off. I mean, it lets you progress, but I don't know what happened. It got just screwed up. Whatever. Got to a cutscene and then it froze. This is why I hate computer games. Everyone's like, "Oh, PC Master Race, PC Master Race." Bullshit. PC Master Race can suck it. Give me a console any day with a working game, and I'm set. Um, no wonder why it was only $16. It's a fun game. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it needs to be fixed. Bugs, all that good stuff. But still, fun game. Really, really enjoy it. Um, but tonight actually, we are talking um about Disney Plus. Well, Disney because they rule the world. We're gonna do Snow White and the Avengers cast announcement for Avengers Doomsday. So that's gonna be coming up right after this intro. Lights down low, shadows haunt the room. Silent whispers, dead ghosts they loom. Cables coil like snakes on the ground. Hear the roar, feel the geeks around. Circuit boards and the chips ignite. Rebellion thrives in the dead of night. Turning pages of codes unseen. The uprising of the geeky spleen. Rise up, break the chains. Techno warriors in the rain. Scream it loud in the night so clear. The geek uprising is here. All right, we're back. I just want to do a little intro because I haven't heard that in so long. Yeah. So, nothing to see here, of course. Yeah. My friend over here says all my ranting and raving about Schedule One is making for a good stream. Just sell the weed and don't get caught. Yeah, well, if I could, that'd be great. Oh, you get to save later. It's bullshit. It really is. No, it's. I want to save now. I want to save my progress now. Now, but no, I don't get to. I don't get to, because God forbid I should. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Rachel Fugler, Zegler, whatever her freaking name is, she has officially ruined Snow White and the seven pronouns or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, she's ruined Snow White. Disney has apparently lost 250 million. Yeah, I'm live right now, everybody. I'm live. Yeah, live streaming. Yeah, Disney has lost 270 million, give or take, on this thing. She has shot her mouth off like crazy with her interviews. Disney is just like scrambling, trying to save this motion picture from any and all embarrassment, but it's too late. It's too late. It's just one of those things where it imploded on itself, and nobody was really going to see this. I mean, I'm sure people at the time when it was announced were saying, okay, I'll check it out. But everything I've seen on TikTok, everything I've seen on YouTube, people are pissed about this. There's no Prince Charming. Um, they tried to make her Rachel Zegler, or Heifer or Huffer, whatever, into a girl boss, Snow White, and they tried to change a lot of the animated classic. Um, Newsflash: if you want a girl boss movie, ladies, I suggest that is Snow White. I suggest you check out Snow White and the Huntsman. That has Chris Hemsworth in it. Um, so yeah, Really good movie. I saw it because I wanted to see like the digital, CGI. That's what I was interested in. And what's her face, the chick that played Bella Swan in the Twilight series, she can act. I was really surprised. She can freaking act. Um, so good on her. I haven't seen her in anything else lately, but that was like the only movie that I saw her in where it's like, okay, she can act. She puts on a good performance. Chris Hemsworth, he's Chris Hemsworth. He's Thor for God's sakes. But yeah, really good movie. If you want like a girl boss type movie that has romance, ladies, Snow White and the Huntsman, I highly recommend it. Um, but yeah, it's a lot better than that POS Snow White that Disney's trying to shove down with their live action remakes that are failing. In my opinion, the only two remakes that are actually good and that I will own on Blu-ray because I need to get them. I want to get them are in Maleficent. I was about to say Enchanted, but I didn't like that movie. Maleficent with Angelina Jolie and Christopher Robin with Ewan McGregor. Those are the only two that I will stand on a hill and die for. But now you're gonna say, "Oh, what about Jungle Book? What about Jungle Book?" No, I didn't like the Jungle Book. The only Jungle Book that I liked, the live action adaptation, was from '92 or '93. I saw that in theater. Um, Go watch that. That's more towards the book. It takes place in India, I think. But yeah, you want a live action good adaptation of the Jungle Book? Go watch 92 or 93 Jungle Book by Roger not Kipling. I forget the title. It's the Jungle Book basically. Really, really, really great movie. They made a sequel to it. It didn't do so well, I think. But you can find the sequel on Amazon, not Amazon. Well, Amazon, but YouTube to watch for free. But if you get the original, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Uh, Colkido says, "Boo this man." No, you're not gonna boo me. You're not gonna boo me. No. Um, Sorry, Mr. Cole, you're not booing me. Yeah, the Disney remake of Jungle Book, the one that recently came out with all the songs and shit, I didn't care for it. Um, so that's I'm saying my piece. I'm saying my piece. Uh, yeah, watch the live action Jungle Book from 95, 94. Knife Judgment, shut up. We don't need you here. You know what? I'll show that. Boo this man. No, you're not gonna boo me. Sorry. But yeah, Snow White has done abysmal. It's really sad when you have Dragon Ball Evolution as a better movie than Snow White. Like, there's a picture, my buddy sent it to me, and it's of Goku bowing down and giving the plunger to giving the plunger rod to Snow White on her throne. I think Snow White's at like 1.5 right now for IMDb, and what was it? It was Dragon Ball Evolution is at 2.5 for the ratings. So yeah.
Oh, good.
Freezerware, thank you so much for following. Thank you. But yeah, it's so bad. And people don't even want to see it on stream when it's coming out on Disney Plus for stream. And if you go on YouTube, there's a oh god, what was it? A trailer comment song. They did 4 of these, and they just roast the actress. Like I've seen not interviews but reviews of this film. You know, the costume was shit. The hairstyle, she looked like Lord Farquaad, Rachel Zegler. And Gal Gadot, I heard, just did an abysmal performance. It's a mixture. It's a between abysmal and actually good, but she can't sing worth shit. Um, so yeah. Oh my god. So it's one of those things. I did like Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman, and that was it. You know, I haven't seen her in anything else. I was gonna see Wonder Woman 84, but it was just no. It looked too stupid. Um, but yeah, they said a lot of reviewers said the costume was all wrong. They wanted the short sleeves, the bow in her hair, and her hair to be like longer, I guess, and her to have the I don't know what they're called, but I guess the shoulder pads. I'll just say mommy shoulder pads or whatever, you know, foo foo shoulder pads on her, like the original. And a lot of people said the dress looked like it was from Spirit Halloween. It came from Spirit Halloween and shit. Oh god. And I guess all the money went to the CGI. But yeah, Disney lost like 270 million. That's what they're saying. And the dwarves were just, oh my god, scary as hell. Nightmare fuel apparently. And you know, she ran her mouth. I'm sorry, Rachel Zegler, heifer, whatever, ran her mouth. And Disney's like, whoa, 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 shut up, stop it, zip your lip. And she's been fired by Disney. Apparently, Rachel Heifer, I'll just call her Huffer, whatever, has been fired by Disney. No more interviews, no more future projects whatsoever. They thought she was going to do fantastic in the overseas market, but no, that only made about 80 million. You know, but you know what? Let's get on to better news. Avengers Doomsday is coming back. What am I saying? It's coming out. 2026. Um, Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, Disney had the probably most boring ass reveal I've seen. And I didn't watch all of it because I was at work. But everybody was hyping this up. They were on the computers for 5.5 hours just looking at chairs. Seriously, who the hell thought this was a good idea? This wasn't a good idea. This wasn't. Um, you could have just done the minute video. That would have been it. That would have been fine. No, you did a live stream, and people waited for 5.5 hours just to look at chairs to see who was going to be announced. And apparently, it's not the full cast because we're missing Tom Holland, we're missing Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds. Who else are we missing? We're missing a lot. Oh, I was going to say Kevin Bacon, but whatever. Benedict Cumberbatch. Everybody's wondering where they are. You know, we'll see. The biggest surprise out of that, honestly, was Nightcrawler, Alan Cumming, because we haven't seen him since X2. Excuse me, X-Men United. You know, so I'm very that was the biggest surprise. Kelsey Grammer, it's like okay, you know, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, awesome. Channing Tatum is back as Gambit, thankfully, because I thought he absolutely killed it in Deadpool and Wolverine as Gambit. I didn't think he was going to. I thought, oh god, but he absolutely nailed that role. So I was very very happy about that. But yeah, Nightcrawler was the absolute biggest surprise to me. That Alan Cumming is coming back to the Marvel Universe, X-Men universe, because I think they're going to do a send off, honestly. Or it could be Avengers versus X-Men. If you haven't read that comic run, I suggest you read it. It's really, really great. I got the omnibus on the way. So yeah, um, I'm really looking forward to Avengers Doomsday because I was at Hall H. Me and my friends were at Hall H this last year when they announced Robert Downey Jr. was going to be Doctor Doom or variant of Doctor Doom. Or I'm sorry, a variant of Tony Stark, but he's going to play Victor Von Doom. Um, but when he walked out, I noticed it. I'm like, is that that's Robert Downey Jr. I knew his walk right away. I'm like, son of a bitch, they got Robert Downey Jr. back, and I fucking called it. I called it right before he took off the mask. I was hoping for Killian Murphy. I thought he would have been a fantastic Doctor Doom, or oh god, what's his name? He's in Star Wars. Yeah, that narrows it down. He played Caecilius in with Benedict Cumberbatch in Doctor Strange. Cole Kiddo, help me out if you're still looking. Um, shit. I have Google. I'm a fucking idiot. Let's go to the lobby. Caecilius actor. Nope. Nope. No. Doctor Strange. There you go. Okay, I have a picture of him. Caecilius. I'm sorry, not Caecilius. Caecilius. The Zealot. Species Mindless One. Okay, who plays him? Mads Mikkelsen. That's his name. Mads Mikkelsen. Fantastic actor. Mads Mikkelsen plays him. I was hoping he would be Doctor Doom. Or the one I really wanted that was on nobody's radar whatsoever. You're gonna hate me for this one. I wanted the guy that played Skeletor in the original 1980s He-Man to play Doctor Doom. That was my wishful thinking right there. I would have loved that. Bring his ass back. Doctor Doom would have been fantastic. But a lot of people don't know him. And I forget his name, but whatever. I thought he would have been. His monologues were great. That's probably one of the best things about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe movie was Skeletor. People say, "Oh, well, they effed him up." I'm like, no, he was fine. He was great. Just give him a chance. Just give him a chance. You know. So yeah, I wanted that actor to play Doom, honestly. But I'm happy with Robert Downey Jr. I saw him in Oppenheimer, and we played a villain. He was really great, and I'm glad they got him back. They paid him a shit ton of money to do so. So I guess he's excited to be back as a villain. It's not gonna, I guess, take away from spoilers. Iron Man's death. You spoiled the movie. Look, if you haven't seen Endgame by now, you're not gonna see it. So me telling you isn't spoiling anything. It's on the internet. So yeah. I think he's going to do a fantastic. I think Robert Downey Jr. is going to do a fantastic job as Doctor Doom. Apparently, he's writing his own backstory, which kind of sucks because we've had three Doctor Dooms now, and I'm including that's including the George Cornwell Doctor Doom, which looked really great, looked really good. But yeah, I think with the concept art, it is concept art. It could be really great. Could be good. And oh, another name we didn't get on the Doomsday list. Thank God, honestly. Avengers Doomsday was Mark Ruffalo and the chick that played She-Hulk, the one that's bitching and moaning. Oh, nobody liked my show. Well, your show kind of sucked. Your show freaking sucked. There were good elements to it, Daredevil being one, but your show kind of sucked a lot. Um, it wasn't engaging. It was funny you broke the fourth wall, but now you're blaming everybody. Oh, my show sucks. It's all your fault. No, you blame your writers. They're the ones that fucking made it. I will say you had a really great season finale or series finale. I thought that was really, innovative and inventive. Putting Kevin Feige with the little hat, the MCU and all that. I thought that was great. But yeah, sorry, Tatiana, whatever your name is, that played She-Hulk. Your show is trash. Wasn't good. So I'm hoping we don't see a lot of you in Doomsday or Secret Wars. Speaking of Secret Wars, I heard a rumor. Apparently, in Secret Wars, we're going to see Oscar Isaac play 3 different characters. And what are those characters? Obviously, 1, Moon Knight. 2, Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. And 3, he's coming back to play Apocalypse. Rewind. Apocalypse, who's going to look totally different. I think he's going to be more comic book accurate, and he's going to rule an island. So we might get an Age of Apocalypse, Apocalypse. I thought he did great in X-Men Apocalypse. His design was just 2 Power Rangers for me, but hey, it's Fox. What are you going to do? He has a lot of range as an actor, so I think he's going to pull it off. Given the short amount of screen time he's going to have, because they're going to pull this into a 3-hour movie, which it shouldn't be. I think it should be 3.5 at least. I mean, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, the theatrical, when I saw it, it was 3 hours 18 minutes. Back then, movies, they weren't that long. You had intermissions, but I would gladly take an intermission. Give me a 4-hour, 5-hour cut of Secret Wars. Give me a freaking intermission. Awesome. I'm set. So yeah, Oscar Isaac is apparently going to be 3 characters. And there's also a rumor that Hugh Jackman is going to have a pivotal role in it with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So we were supposed to be seeing. We were. I can't speak worth shit. We were supposed to see Hugh Jackman as a cameo in Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, but the excuse, quote unquote, was that they couldn't find the costume. What costume did you need back then? You had no costume. You didn't even do the comic accurate costume. You could just put the hair on, boom, walk past in a leather coat and boots and pants, and that was it. Wolverine right there. It would have been mind-blowing. But we'll see what happens. I'm hopeful for Secret Wars. I'm hoping they make a 3.5-hour cut. Or, hear me out, they do an entire phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we on? 6 now? 1 through 6 marathon that leads up to Secret Wars. I will take time off of work for that. I will pay the money for that, because that would be fucking epic. Yeah, I'm going to sleep through Iron Man 3 because that movie is absolute shit. I don't care what anybody says. That movie was crap. And just proves Shane Black can't direct worth shit. He can write. I'll give him that. Lethal Weapon. Watch any Lethal Weapon movie, 1 through 4, right? Shane Black, great. His obsession with Christmas. Don't understand it. It was the summertime. Totally took me out of the movie. Totally. He ruined the character of Iron Man. He put too much crap in the stuff, and no, don't. And I'm going on a rant here. I don't care. Don't try to defend Shane Black with Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't want to hear it. That's the only thing that I have heard when people try to defend Shane Black as a director. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. And oh, he was in Predator. I don't give a fuck. Can he direct? No. Case in point, look at Predators. I gave him a chance. I looked at Predators. I acquired it, quote unquote, air quotes. It sucked. It was horrible. Probably the worst Predator movie I've seen. Predator fucking Alien versus Predator was an Oscar winner compared to Predators. And my buddy saw a screening of it. Not a screening, but some footage of it. And the studio just chopped it in half. So it's the studio's fault and it's Shane Black's fault. So yeah. F you both. So yeah, it just proves Shane Black doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I don't even consider Iron Man 3 part of the MCU, honestly. I don't even have it in my collection. That's how bad it is. How in the fuck are you going to, spoilers here, reveal the twist, the quote unquote twist of Sir Ben Kingsley's character, a character that we've been wanting since Iron Man 1, we get him in the beginning of phase 2. How the hell are you going to do that? 40 minutes, not even an hour, not even a fucking hour into Iron Man 3, they reveal the twist. My jaw dropped in the theater. I said, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Seriously? Yeah. They thought that was a good idea. Oh, I'm just an actor. Ooh. And I will give Ben Kingsley credit where credit is due. He's a phenomenal actor. It was something different for him. The beginning of the movie felt like The Dark Knight in Batman Begins. I just said, wow, this is like Dark Knight level. Because we all had that high off of Heath Ledger, and I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not really in reality. Dark Knight is overrated as fuck. It really is. Don't get me wrong, Heath Ledger great. Oh no, it isn't. I'm like, no, it really is. It's a little bit of a mess because in your opening shot, if you look over to the left, you could see the camera with the helicopter filming as it's zooming in to where your eye is supposed to be. Your eyesight's supposed to be. And yeah, I'm nitpicking and shit like that, but whatever. Yeah, it was a little bit lazy writing, honestly, throughout the entire Dark Knight trilogy. What saves Batman at the end? His gauntlets. Look at Batman Begins. Gauntlets. Dark Knight. Gauntlets. Dark Knight Rises. Gauntlets. With a little help from Catwoman with the bazooka, but still, he's using his fucking gauntlets. His bat gauntlets. Lazy fucking writing, honestly. But Heath Ledger gave one fucking hell of a performance. I'll give him that. He was awesome. He was amazing as Joker. Now, my Joker is Mark Hamill, but, I will applaud Heath Ledger. He was great. What's his face as Joker was just on Suicide Squad was just god awful. Yeah. Although he was really good given the right director and right direction in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Really good as the Joker. Really good. Not great, not perfect. He was good. I'll give him that. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Iron Man 3 and all that bullshit. So, yeah, Iron Man 3 sucks. Wow, total fucking rant. Oh, man. I haven't had anything to eat today. I mean, I did, but I didn't have any dinner or anything. I don't know what I'm going to have. So it's all good. But yeah, I would like them to bring back the whatchamacallit, the marathon of the entire MCU. I think that would be awesome to see. I don't the tickets would probably be about $200, 150 to $200. I'll freaking pay it. I don't care. Um, Time off of work, just sit in the movie theater. And I'm hoping to God, like if it did happen, we would get some cool swag because I went to the Star Wars one when Episode 7 came out, and it was the marathon 1 through 6, and then 7. We didn't get blankets or anything. We got a pin, and they had merchandise that you could purchase, which I did. I purchased a shit ton because I was excited as hell. Slept through some of the prequels. Slept through episode 4 and 5, I think. Stayed through 6. Slept a little bit, and then 7 came on. Yeah, that it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I froze my ass off. But if AMC did something like that, where it was phases 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, all the way up to Secret Wars. I think that would be awesome. That I would love that. I would that would probably take about movies probably about 3 days, 2 or 3 days to watch. But yeah, I would totally do that just to get up to Secret Wars. Um but yeah, that would be fantastic. You know, none of the TV shows obviously, but just the movies. You know, that would be worth it. That would I could die happy pretty much. Um if that happened. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Disney will have, you know, something going on for Avengers Doomsday. I'm really looking forward to honestly my two most anticipated movies that I'm looking forward to is Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. I was talking to my buddy today. He's like, "Dude, if Fantastic Four bombs at the box office, Marvel is done." I said, "No, they're not done. They just fucked up another Fantastic Four movie." Say what you will, I enjoyed Jessica Alba's Fantastic Four. I enjoyed the first part of Fan Four Stick, and then it just went to hell after that. But this one, I think, setting it in an alternate 1960s Earth, or as what people are proclaiming, because you know you have those internet nerds geeks that are proclaiming, no, no, it's going to be set in the 1960s, and you know they got they were from the 616, and they got they did their spaceship and they got caught in an alternate universe where it's all 1960s, and they have to find their way back. Yeah, because I know things. Like, yeah, you saw the entire movie. Seriously, I'm hoping that's not what's going to happen. I'm hoping what I've read, what I've heard online is that it's an alternate 1960s universe where everything's 1960s. And Galactus is there because Franklin Richards is there, and he's afraid of Franklin Richards. And then then the Fantastic Four end up in the 616 universe, our universe, or quote unquote 616. Because it's not really 616 for the comic books. Um, it's like I think it's like what's her face made it. The one that plays oh gosh, her hands grow. Her Biggin. I love her too. She's a great actress. Her character is great. I forget her name, but you know who I'm talking about. The one that they're trying to make a mutant. Um, they were setting her up for that. She was in the Marvels, Miss Marvel. Um, but yeah, she's a total geek, which is cool. And I think she said the MCU is Earth 9 something 91999. Um, So yeah, and Kevin Feige is getting pissy at her because she's like, no, it's not the 616 universe. The MCU is totally different. It's another Earth, which it is. Um, but yeah, I got my Galactus shirt all set. I just seen my Fantastic Four hat and Thunderbolts. You know, I'm looking to see. I think it's gonna be a really great ride, really funny. David Harbour, I think, is gonna kick ass. He's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great story like Guardians of the Galaxy 1. The way it is. Um, and honestly, let's be real. We're all gonna go see it because of what's her face, the Russian chick who's actually British. I forget her name, but I'm excited to see her. She's a fantastic actress, and I love the lines that they write for her. Even in Hawkeye, you know, I didn't finish it, but I saw like up to a certain point where uh she's in the apartment and she's like, "Hi, I made you macaroni. I made macaroni. You want some?" You know, it's just stuff like that. I love her accent. So I'm really excited to see her. Obviously, Bucky's going to be in it, and Sentry. Um, but people are saying, you know, Taskmaster is going to die, which I think would be great, honestly, because they royally fucked the character up. They really did in Black Widow. Um, you could see it coming from. You could see the twist coming a mile away, and yeah. So I'm hoping Taskmaster doesn't. Excuse me. Doesn't make it out of there, honestly. But we'll see. I don't think they, or did they reveal? I don't remember. I'd have to look at it. I don't think they revealed that Taskmaster lives in the Avengers Doomsday reveal. But we'll see. We'll see. I still am excited for Marvel movies. You know, Marvel's not dead to me. You got to understand, guys. Uh, phases 1 through 3 were rocky, pretty rocky. Iron Man 2 was met critically. It was critically acclaimed, but like a lot of people didn't like it. You know, you know my stance on Iron Man 3. What a piece of dog shit that is. Thor: The Dark World wasn't that good. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot, in my opinion. I liked it a lot. And then you get the big, huge, gigantic risk of Guardians of the Galaxy, which thank God it paid off. Thank God to heaven. Thank James Gunn it paid off the way it did. I had never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. It was new to me. And fantastic. Great writing. Great, fantastic, phenomenal soundtrack. Probably the most memorable soundtrack uh in the last like what 20, 30 years for you know Michael Jackson, you know, putting him back up on the charts. Hooked on a Feeling, you know, all that good stuff. I will say with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I thought it was great, but it wasn't fantastic. It felt like a PETA commercial, honestly. It honestly felt like a PETA ad at the end. Save all the alien criminal critters, blah, blah, blah. But I will say, my butt cheeks and butthole were puckered with Rocket. So you did good on that, James Gunn. You did good on that. We were all collectively puckered up with Rocket, and we let out a fucking sigh of relief. Some of us, farted, but thank you. You really delivered drama on that one. Holy shit. Jesus Christ on a stick. No offense, God. But yeah. And that's another thing I'm excited for is Superman. Um, I think that's going to be fantastic. And honestly, and I got my shirt all set. I need to get my shoes, my Superman shoes. Need to get a cape. Oh yeah, I'm going all out. I love Superman. Haven't read a lot of his stuff, but I really do enjoy Superman. Christopher Reeve will always be my Superman. What about Henry Cavill? Henry Cavill's the best Superman. I'm sorry. I will say, he got screwed over royally as Superman. Um, WB doesn't like money. Um, and it shows because he should have had another Man of Steel movie. I enjoyed Man of Steel for what it was. I liked it a lot. It was a lot better than Superman Returns. Superman Returns was a nice idea, but Man of Steel was like everything I wanted. You know, what Superman Returns should have been, and everything I wanted in a Dragon Ball movie. Come on now, come on. Those aerial fight scenes were straight out of Dragon Ball. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, Superman beats the shit out of Goku. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Or General Zod. Superman beats the crap out of General Zod, but there's a plan. You know, I really enjoyed it. That's the thing about Zack Snyder. He's fantastic. Visual director, fantastic. Writing, he needs his handheld. But what he gets on camera, man, woo, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, Henry Cavill for me, he was a good Superman, but he wasn't the best. Christopher Reeve was my Superman. Henry Cavill, he had that mope face, that meh, and that poop face. I always thought when he was portraying anger, he was about to shit himself. Also, that was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I always thought he was about to shit himself too. I did not like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's facial expressions. They were just too fucking dorky. Too dorky. This is where Andrew Garfield takes the cake. And I know I'm going here and there and stuff with my thoughts and stuff. But yeah. Andrew Garfield, great Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire, great Peter Parker. Who the fuck is our Spider-Man now in the MCU? Oh yeah. Tom Holland. Best of both worlds. That's what I say. And with Superman, I have high hopes for David Cornsweet, whatever. I think he's going to do good, but I'm mainly watching Superman for two actors. Nathan Fillion finally getting his fucking due as a live-action Green Lantern, who apparently, I don't know much about Green Lantern because he wasn't really a favorite of mine growing up with DC. But I guess he's playing a total jackass. He's playing the jackass Guy Gardner. With his attitude and stuff, and so I'm really excited to see how it turns out because honestly, he's one of those actors, Nathan Fillion, that is good in anything. Like he's just one of those actors. You could put him in a fucking dog commercial, he'll fucking nail it. Not the dog, but the commercial. You know what I mean? He's just one of those versatile actors. And the other actor I'm looking forward to, who I absolutely love, not romantically or anything, but just like he has such range as an actor, is Nicholas Hoult. If you don't know who that is, he's playing Lex Luthor. And just watch his movies, X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, where he plays a young beast, young Hank McCoy. X-Men Apocalypse. What was that movie? Oh, Mad Max. Mad Max is where I actually saw him. Where I actually, excuse me. where I actually noticed him as an actor, and I thought he was phenomenal in that. He should have gotten an award for playing is it Clutch or not Sticks? I forget his character's name. But yeah, Mad Max Fury Road. He was fantastic in that. Amazing. Probably my favorite performance of his. And then he was in Tolkien, which it's a slow movie, Tolkien. It's a very romantic, but he's great in that too. Um, yeah, Nicholas Hoult, Nathan Fillion, they're bringing their A games, and I can't wait to see what they do with these characters because we're actually having an actual, um, live action. Well, no offense to Ryan Reynolds because I know he hated the suit and everything. We're actually getting a quote unquote comic accurate Green Lantern finally. Um, hopefully. So I'm really, really super, super excited to see where Nathan Fillion and Nicholas Hoult take these characters. I hope we get to see interactions with them. I'm gonna be rooting for David Corn Sweat's Superman. I think he's gonna do a phenomenal job. Because that's what a lot of people have said on YouTube when they look at the trailer. It's like, oh, it's hope. This trailer brings me hope and happiness and stuff. With the bright colors and stuff. That's the thing that I didn't care about the Zack Snyder universe. It was all dark, mopey. They wanted to do is it Insurgents? Insurgents? Um, I have the omnibus. You know, with Darkseid. Darkseid was scary as hell in Zack Snyder's Justice League. He was awesome. I really liked him. Probably the best thing in that movie. Um, but yeah, it was too dark. Superman. I understand what Joss Whedon did, but he fucked up in that department. Um, but yeah, I'm hoping Henry Cavill joins the MCU or the DCU, the newly reformed DCU, at a different time, maybe as a different character. Um, but I think he's doing Warhammer 40K and another movie or TV show he's doing. I forget what he's doing. He's doing another one. But yeah, Henry Cavill, you did a great job as Superman. You're a total geek, which is awesome. And I'm happy I got to see you at Comic Con. I didn't meet you, but you were in Hall H, and everyone just went fucking bananas. It was great. Back in 2012, I think 2011, 2012. Um, that's when I met Ian McKellen. 2012 is when I met Ian McKellen. He came out and Andy Serkis and stuff. So that was a lot of fun at Comic Con. But yeah, Superman I'm looking forward to. Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts. Just a lot of good movies coming out. July is going to be packed. I might go see Jurassic Park Rebirth. We'll see how that is. I heard it's going to be rated R or PG-13. I'm hoping it's rated R because we need a rated R Jurassic Park, damn it. We need to have babies eaten. Raptors need to eat the babies. Eat the babies. So yeah, that's what we need. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of the stream right now. This podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. There's gonna be another one down the road. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm gonna try again with what's that game I was playing? I said earlier too. Let's do the Kush game. I'll just say that Kush game. Schedule one. I'll try it again, and hopefully, it won't act up on me. This is why I like consoles because they don't act up on me. Rarely they don't act up on me, and the game is actually playable. Instead of these chintzy freaking games on PC. which I have. I have a $5,000 PC, for God's sakes, and a large widescreen 68-inch freaking monitor, and another monitor that they gave me for free. It was great. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for listening to the Geek Uprising. Like, comment, subscribe, all that BS, and have a fantastic night.
Lights down low, shadows